Welcome to our Texter Guide training video. What's the purpose of quality assurance and guiding? To ensure data integrity, ensure quality conversations with voters, train texting volunteers to be the best they can be, and of course, to ensure compliance with texting regulations. To get started, you will need admin status in Spoke, which will be provided to you. To switch from Texter to Admin, navigate up to your profile icon and click on it to reveal the drop-down menu. Click on Working Families to open up the Admin screen. Now select Message Review. Now open Message Filter. Toggle on the Active Campaigns button. Make sure the Opted Out button is toggled on. Also toggle on the Not Opted Out button. Navigate over to Which Messages. Select Active Conversation from the drop-down menu. Under Campaign, type a candidate's name or campaign number and select the campaign you intend to sweep. Sweeping is the casual verb we use among admins to describe performing quality assurance or guiding. To select the texter you intend to sweep, start typing their name and select the name from the list. To be able to see the text messages sent and replied to, click on View Conversation in the right-hand column. You will only be able to detect that the correct voter disposition response was used by reading the replies. Have the campaign script handy for your reference and be sure you are familiar with the Spoke user guide. To see who is texting on the campaign you are sweeping, navigate to that campaign and click on the Edit button. When this screen loads, click on the Texters bar to reveal active texters on this campaign. Here you can see how many texts have been sent and how close to the limit they are. When you first open this screen, be sure to refresh and hit Save before you leave the page. We limit the number of sends to give us a chance to review their work and nip user errors in the bud before they proceed. We check new texters to make sure they are following the guidelines in the Spoke user guide. Texters with previously identified user errors, we monitor for improvement. Now that you have the mechanics of finding and reviewing the messages, what exactly are you looking for? Remember, we want our texters to persuade voters to support our candidates and to help voters get the information they need. Over in Google Docs, we maintain the QC spreadsheet. Make sure to add the campaign number and note that the spreadsheet is sorted by the texter's first name. Texters in green have proven quality work and can send freely without the need for sweeping. Yellow indicates that we are still limiting, reviewing, and coaching this texter. Those texters highlighted in red may not be issued new assignments. They have received feedback from you, the guide, in a direct message and must confirm that they have made necessary corrections before they can proceed. It is the guide's responsibility to highlight the texter's name in the appropriate color. Purple designates power texters. They send initial messages only, and when they stop, notify the moderator that the replies need to be reassigned. Some are power texters by choice to accommodate their busy schedules or ability to multitask. Others are power texters because they cannot assure quality work or refuse to correct errors. Once you've identified issues with a specific sender, you need to alert them that there is some text that need to be resent. At all times, we stay supportive and encouraging. Our goal is to make the sender a super sender, create a direct message with the texter, and explain what needs to be changed. If the texter doesn't know how to go back to find a sent text, refer them to the Spoke user guide. Sometimes it's helpful to share a screenshot in your direct message. You can add the screenshot by clicking on the plus sign in the direct message chat box and then click on Add a file from your computer. Add your comment in the message box and click Upload. Please note, once a voter has been opted out, the texter will not be able to access or view the conversation otherwise. Sometimes you need to send the texter a lengthier set of corrections. Create a document in Google Docs, including the bullet points and the campaign number that help make the doc easier to follow. Include helpful tips like checking the names of the voters and reminding the texter to confirm the changes. We don't want to overwhelm our texter. We just want to make sure they are able to easily see the needed corrections. When you've completed the document, click on the Share button in the upper right-hand corner. Then click on the Copy Link button and then share the link in a direct message to your texter. Remind your texters that they need to make corrections before they can proceed sending more texts. Once you have reviewed the texter's corrections, return to the texter's screen and change the restrictions in the Available to Assign column. Remember to change the status of the texter on the quality assurance spreadsheet after you've confirmed the changes. That's it. That's the job of the sweeper or guide. If you are up for guiding, then you already know this is a supportive team. So reach out to any of these people if you have questions. Now, let's keep on winning elections.